just been like trying to continuously push it with the podcast. You know what I mean? Keep
Right.
being able to be a space for everybody. You
Right
know,
on.
and like I like to like just let anybody come and do what they do for real. For real, I just tell everybody like even though you do music and like music is a part of your life. Like I don't want to just talk about the music. Like I be more interested in the people because like this our time capsule. You know what I mean? Like
no doubt.
no matter what, people gonna hear your music because like that should live forever. Like soon as it's out in the world, the internet live forever. As long as the internet here, as long as people can put in batteries to something, they can listen to music. But like while we got this, I want to make sure that like people know who you are because like it's all about us. It's about extra regular people. It's about everybody. So like the first thing I want to know about you for real is like who is claybama? Like who are you? How did you get to this man?
Man, claybama, man, I'm a man, I'm a human first, man. I'm a black man, you know, definitely. First for anything, I'm a black man, man. I'm a human. Somebody just trying to just figure everything out, you know, find out my path and find out how I can live my path to the fullest and be around others and assist them in doing the same thing. I do really feel like I have like a theory, you know, I feel like the world is better when everybody is really moving in the space that they're supposed to move in. You know, I feel like that creates more peace. I feel like chaos is created when people are out of place and trying to figure it out, you know. So I definitely, that's one thing for sure. I'm a father, you know what I mean? I got kids, you know, I'm a brother. I'm just a human. I'm an artist, but those are the most important things to me. If I say that's who I am. I'm just trying to work it out, man, to figure my way. I don't have all the answers by a long shot, but, you know, hopefully, you know, by the end, and it's my time, you know what I'm saying? I've been to figure some things out, paved the way for others who are coming after me, and just did some live shit while I'm down here for real, man. That's really why, that's me.
Yeah, I feel you got to live it up. Like when the first time you realized like you knew music was the thing, like I'm doing music.
That's a good question, man. I started writing music. I knew music was for me. It took a while to get there. First of all, I started out writing music in church just as a service to God, if I could be honest. That was it. It was like, you know, I'm writing music to serve, to give people who are in church something else to listen to outside of, you know, something that agrees with the culture they're trying to indulge in. You know what I mean? So that's where it really started at. And then, so I felt it had purpose then, but I didn't know how far it would go. And then, I think the more I started performing, and I started, you know, seeing like people reaction to what I have saying, like people really holding on to my words and really feeling my energy. I think that gave me a little bit more confidence, like more of like I don't think it gave me, I guess, a little more confirmation rather. But it took a while, man, to really figure that out. Like, you know, I mean, I have days now where I'm still like, you know, I feel like, man, you know, I have days right now where I'm feeling like, man, you know, this is it. This is my calling. And I have other days like, you know, because you're going through the artist's everyday struggle, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, you know, is this for me? But I mean, deep down in the center, in my center, man, I know that's what it's for. You know, I mean, I see how people react. I see the jewels and gems that people get from just some of the things that I say. And I think just being out performing, like after I got out the church, you know, that's another thing was a test because it's like, hey, am I going to be able to make music that have different contexts, but at the same time give a soulful feel that could translate? And I start seeing that happen. And I'm in the room full of artists that's talking about nothing what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? But my stuff still seemed to translate and get through and intrigue people. I was like, oh yeah, it got to be for me, you know, because I didn't grow up thinking I was going to be in the music. That wasn't even my part of my dream. It kind of just came into my life. And then the more I work with it, the more it started moving. So I think that's what gives me more the confirmation that it's for me, for sure.
Yeah, because it's the energy, man. It's the energy, for sure, for sure. Like I feel like you capture people with the energy and then like they start listening more to what you're saying. Because that's definitely what happened. Like I met you. So like I met the energy and shit. So I'm like, I really want to see what like he talking about. Because, you know, you can meet somebody and they can talk all that positive shit because of where you at when you meet them. And then they get on stage and they're like Glock 40. Pop 40 type shit, right. You know what I mean? And like I ain't knocking it though, because that'd be some people way into like, you know, medicine and candy, but like, you know, always be. I feel like you could tell when people being genuinely them. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And the thing about it is, man, I couldn't be nothing else because I can't tell you about Glock 40 and robbing niggas and stuff because that ain't my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be lying, bro. I'd be really sitting up here lying. It wouldn't be authentic at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't sell that story. I mean, I probably could if you study the people, you know what to say, but I don't know. It just wouldn't feel right to sell a story that's not really me, or nothing I ain't never touched or been around or nothing like that. Like that's just, wasn't my experiences, you know what I'm saying, directly. Like obviously you look around and you see things, but, my life has been a little bit different, you know what I'm saying, based on people that were around me who chose to put me in different positions, so, and I acknowledge that. And, I take pride in that. And I try to display that because it's evolution too, and where I think we can go with music. Because, let's be real, like, all right, all of these artists out here that's talking about the Glock 40, like, they're not raising their kids and their kids not going through that. So it's like, what's going to be the next generation? Like, they're not going, they're not going to be able to relate to that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're going to need something that's like what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Something that's different. It's talking about regular everyday life, opposed to regular everyday life in other environments. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's what I think, for sure.
Oh, yeah, I definitely feel you on that part, too, because that's kind of like what I want to do with the podcast is like, it's everyday people, man. It's us. It's regular people. Everybody just chasing their dreams or just want to talk about what they want to talk about because they're interesting, or like you got an interesting life that you might not knew until you heard somebody else talk about theirs. And you was like, let me tell you about what I lived. You know what I mean? That's why I love doing this so much. You get to know stuff about people you never knew, or you get to like relive those moments with them, and like we be live with it. You know what I mean?
No, that's facts. No, that's live. Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah. So like what's the story behind the name Claybama?
The story behind the name Claybama, initially it started as, it was a joke because I used to work at a factory. I mean, I worked at the factory about 3-4 years, and I felt I was joking with some of my coworkers like, man, they ain't paying us enough in here, man. Y'all need to make me president, man. Call me Claybama. And I was just messing around with everybody, just playing. Then I was like, man, like maybe I should really take that into consideration and use that, And then I started thinking about the deeper meaning of what they can mean and what it can represent and what I can represent if I do it right, And that just was like, I was like, hey, it's going to stick. This one's going to be. I asked one of my dudes, I'm like, what you think about Claybama? He a barber in the city. He was like, yeah, you should go with that. So it just stuck after that. That's how I came up with it.
Yeah, because it's a name you don't forget. When you tell somebody like, hey, you got to look up a dude named Claybama. Claybama is what a C. That's all you got to really tell them. You can't mess it up with the spelling. They're going to find you. They're going to hear it. You feel me? Like,
absolutely.
That's a smart move. It's a catchy name that's not hard to spell. I mean, unless you can't read, but then that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, what's the message behind everything that you speaking it to people, like even with your like more upbeat records and everything like that? Like, what's the message that you want to, like the overall of what you want to get to the people?
Well, the message I really want to get across, first thing is just be yourself. Find your story. I mean, it's a lot, honestly, but I would say be yourself, express yourself, find what's your authentic way to express. I mean, mine is lyric writing and making music. That's what I do. Also communicate, talking to people. That's how I feel like I express myself the most. I think, like I said, expressing yourself the best way and just working extremely hard. Nothing beats hard work. Nothing come easy. I tell anybody, I'm not a natural at making music. It's not natural. I'm not like one of these people that just got it naturally. Like, I really work hard to make sure that, I have the skills to show up when I need to. I mean, I practice before everything you see. I practice. It's not like, I wake up and just, like I work. I didn't just wake up this way, And I feel like that's what message I really want to tell people because, I mean, I'm from Dayton, Ohio, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm from a small town from Jefferson in Dayton, Ohio, man. Small little spot, and the things that I've been able to do thus far have been incredible. But it's nothing. It ain't come by nothing but God, obviously, but hard work and just working, and getting myself in positions to where they end up being. First, I'm not even gonna say the positions I was in was great positions, but through working, those positions get out the way. You end up in good positions. But you have to work to get somewhere. And I feel like if you do those things, you can achieve a lot. And I haven't even achieved. The thing about it is, I feel bold because it's not like I'm out here rich, but I'm saying that though. Usually people use money as the metric to determine success, but I feel like my success has been me being able to complete a project and sit back and listen to it and be able to pull real shit from it. And this don't sound corny, like that's an achievement for me. The people around me who I've been blessed to be able to be around and have a somewhat of an influence, I get appreciation from that. I'm able to really shine my light. So I just feel like, but all of that came from hard work, because I remember I was around the same people and I wasn't vibrating high enough to get there, to really influence. But I kept working to the point to where now I'm in that space, and I obviously hope, God willing, and I do believe it's gonna keep growing and maturing,
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying.
What's your favorite record off your first project?
My first project is called Black Diamond Silver Lining. That's on SoundCloud. I would have to say my favorite song on there. That's a good question. I think To Whom It May Concern. That's like, I did it over a J. Cole beat. That was probably my favorite one. And then my second would probably be Silver Lining on that project. Just because
that's called Black Diamond, because I ain't heard that one. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, Black Diamond Silver Linings. Yeah, it came out 2016, man. Heavily inspired by Kendrick Lamar, man. Kendrick's my favorite artist. I say Nipsey was one of my favorite artists, man. Like definitely as a businessman. I got hip to those guys early, early 2000s, man, and I really watched them and got a lot of jewels from them. So yeah, definitely it's that first project is dope. But yeah, To Whom It May Concern and Silver Lining for sure.
All right, and that's on the Black Diamond, right?
Black Diamond Silver Linings, yeah.
All right, bet, yeah.
It was like very, very lot opening up on those a little bit more, man. Just talking about some things that I got going on, because sometimes I talk about subjects, but there are things where I actually talk about me,
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. And I be liking that, because I feel like now it's like now that I'm older, I be wanting to hear the story. I be wanting to hear like what's behind what I used to hear from the rapper that you like. Like you want to hear the story of how they grew into who they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Some people will stay stagnant in one place, and you stop listening to it because you kind of grow out of that music. But like some artists can grow with themselves and with like the audience, man. I feel like that's who you are. I feel like you're gonna continue to grow. Like I've seen, like I mean, it wasn't too long ago. What was it like? How long you been in the A? Like a year or so?
I started my transition October 2019. So yeah.
So I might have met you like maybe coming close to the end of 2018, maybe something like that. And like just from that time period, like you doing like boom, like people like
appreciate it.
The world heard you. Like I don't know if anybody told you that, and I know probably people did, but I didn't get a chance to tell you. Like the world heard you. Like I hit you up when I found out, and I was like, I want you on the show right away and shit. But like I didn't know how to really do it like that for people to really be able to hear you and it not be messed up.
For sure.
But like, man, I was so fucking happy, dog.
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
Like that's what's up. Yeah, because I just be happy for everybody. Like if you tell me that's like your dream, like this what you want to do, you want to reach the people and shit, and you genuine about it, and like I personally just like the music, and I got to meet you, man. It's like that's what's up. I be making sure I hear everybody that I meet when I see them accomplish something, or like the world get to hear them. Niggas randomly popping up on my title playlists and shit like that. When you just hit shuffle, like I'm gonna tell everybody I'm listening to you right now.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Oh yeah, that's real dope. I appreciate that. I appreciate every other artist, man, that you show that love to, man. Definitely appreciate it, because we need that.
Yeah, and I like on my last podcast, because I ain't really been promoting, because all of the stuff that's been going on in the world right now, but like I've still been dropping. And on my last one, I was talking to my homie Bills that I was with. He from Jersey, but we were in New York and shit with my cousin. And I ain't feel like doing nothing that year. I think it was like maybe when the ball dropped 2019. And like I ain't want to do shit. I like $40. My cousin like, we're going to New York. I'm like, I got like $40, maybe 60, but I'm pretty sure it was $40. He's like, we're going to New York. We go to New York. I had the best time, you feel me? And it was just like off the love. We ain't do nothing extravagant. It was just like I got mad love and I felt love, and I was like, damn, when I get back home, I'm showing niggas love. Like
that's what's up.
Went, and it might not have happened again anywhere else. But like from that, it's like, all right, I gotta make sure I show my people love. Everywhere I go, I gotta make sure whatever I do, I gotta make sure there's a space to show my people love, period. Anyway. Like Facts. And that's just how I've been, man.
Facts, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Like I say, man, we need that, man. we all need that. I mean, we need that as people, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, you know what I'm saying, as artists coming up, you know, the love and the support is the number one thing, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we all got visions and we got places where we want to go, but ultimately, man, we make the music for people. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. So we definitely appreciate that, man. I know I do for sure.
Yeah, open up the door and it just opened up the ears for other people too. And all right, so I gotta ask you this because this has been like a trending topic, like on Twitter and shit, right? So did you hear about the whole the B Simone thing about what she was talking about? She couldn't date a dude with a 9-to-5, no matter what the position was, if he don't own the company that he working in or whatever, because he wouldn't understand her lifestyle. What do you think about that? Because like,
I mean, hey man, as a person, man, you got the right to determine what you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as long as she ain't shitting on nobody, you know what I'm saying? But she got the right to be declined. Like, you know, that's not really my speed. It ain't my flavor. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she attracted to entrepreneur type people. You know what I'm saying? Like some people attracted to big asses. And, excuse me, I can say that on here. Yeah. Like some people, for real, some people attracted to big asses and muscles, and some people attracted to shit. I like entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But this is my thing though. Like I feel like everybody that's an entrepreneur gotta have a 9-to-5 to get to to get to that, right? Well, like you gotta work a job to know how to run a job. You know what I mean? To give someone a job, and then like how do the people that work for you feel when you talk about like somebody like you wouldn't, like not personally you, but you know what I mean? And plus like she got a job. Because I don't like that either. Like I feel the same way because I got certain things that I like about a woman that I need from a woman. So like I ain't gonna never knock nobody on their preference either. But like you got a job saying she wouldn't date somebody with a job.
Yeah, hey man, look, that's she gotta deal with that because at the end of the day, man, you know, she just, you know, that disqualifies her from, you know, whoever might be out there that might work with the situation. I mean, but you know, at the end of the day, she put it out there, man. Hopefully, universe bring her what she want, man, and everybody get what they need. You know what I mean? Like, hey, there's some people out there that don't want an entrepreneur at all. Like, I want a man who work 9 to 5, go to work at 9, get off at 5, and come home and be all about me and mine and nothing else. Like, you got people like that too. So it's like, it's somebody for everybody. You know, just, you know, she got to deal with the loss that might come with that statement. You feel me? But you know, hopefully it work out.
I hope it do too, because no black woman left behind, you know.
Yeah, no black woman left behind, man. Just,
no black woman left behind. They
all
gonna get a ring somewhere.
Yeah, facts.
Real, we ain't doing it like that. Yeah. And then all right, another one, right? So, I know we all been like seeing this stuff, right? The whole thing with Nancy Pelosi and all the rest of the Democrats with the whole kente cloth shit, right? I wasn't really feeling it because I felt like it was disingenuous. I feel like they was pushing too hard. Like I feel like they was trying too hard.
Break that down to me. What you mean?
All right, so like, you know, the days leading up to, and I think maybe the day of the funeral, like George Floyd's funeral.
Yeah.
They was like rocking the kente cloth across their like suits and shit, and like they all like kneeled for like 10 minutes or 8 minutes or whatever it was, and like in remembrance or like, you know, in honor of George Floyd. And like that's how he died. So why are you kneeling one? You know what I mean? And I mean, you might not get that at first. Like I understand it might take a minute for that to resonate. Like that's how he died. You were kneeling because that's what started all this, what brought attention to it, like kind of in a way, national attention with Kaepernick's kneel. So I get it, but like I just felt like I feel like some of it was disingenuous. I feel like some of the businesses, what they were doing right now was disingenuous. Like it could just be like people waking up, because I feel like a lot of people are on the wrong side of history with this, as far as like, if you're telling me the world, right? The world is like, man, like I understand and feel this in some kind of way. That when this stuff like boiled to a head and everything happened with George Floyd, that the world was like, we're all going to riot for black people in America. And there's some people on the other side of that. And then there's some people taking advantage of that. And I feel like that's what the Democratic Party doing right now.
Man, it's a possibility, man. Like, you know, it's hard, man, because it's really hard to believe and who to trust, you know. So unless I know them, I don't trust none of it, because I don't know none of them. If I be honest, I don't know you. I ain't never been able to feel your energy. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, the only people I trusted are for me and mine is the people who I know. I mean, you know, everybody else up for speculation. Anybody who say, you know, it could be anybody, man. Anybody, I'm for you, that makes sense. It sounds good, but only you know that. If I haven't had no experience with you, I don't know that for real. And so I don't really take no energy to really believe or not believe you. Just, if the Democratic Party is trying to be right, then they'll show and prove in ways that we can't deny, because they got the power to do it. Because they definitely got powers to show us that they don't believe in us. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, if they really about us and really about, making change and really about being in there, then they got more work to do to prove it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in none of it for real. I don't. I believe in the people who I have the ability to touch and people I felt their energy. That's what I know for me. Everybody else inside of that, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I be saying. Like, it started with us. Yeah. And like, that's where it's at. Like, it started with us. Like, for real, like, you can't just keep videotaping people like this, bro. Like, somebody got to help these people. Like, I understand, but like, look how the world came together for us. Just understand that, like, we're not alone. Like, that's how I feel. Like, we're not alone. I ain't never felt like we were, but like, everybody see it. Like, everybody see it. Like, everybody tired of seeing it. You know what I mean? Like, I be tired of seeing it. Yeah. So it's like, at least you know that now. Cause like, bro, like, that shit had me bugging. Like, I ain't want to interact with other human beings for like 4 days.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it had me messed
like,
up
I
too.
Just couldn't
my
take
mind
it.
was a lot of places. Yeah, my mind went to a lot of different places. Especially when I'm a type of individual who endorses nonviolence, or I try to pose the question to make people think, should I or should I not be? But then, when certain things like this happen, it kind of like, it make it hard to say, we should be nonviolent. It's more so maybe anti-violent opposed to nonviolent. Yeah. Nonviolent is saying violence is not in my nature. You know what I'm saying? But anti-violence is saying, hey, look, it's in my nature, but I just choose not to because I don't want that going down. You know what I mean? I feel like the fact that, it's hard to sometimes even really believe and trust in nonviolent approaches because they keep doing that shit to us. But then at the same time, it's like, we don't want our babies growing up in a violent environment. That's the hard part. Cause you like, all right, man, we should be violent. We should do this. But it's like, man, think about these kids, man. Think about these kids. We start bucking up and start doing certain things. That means, we got to do this anyway. But that means now I got to teach my son, my daughters, everybody how to be savage so they can survive. If society becomes that way, if it becomes Hunger Games type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to teach your kids how to be a certain way so they can survive in a environment where people don't care, where people are violent first, opposed to where we at right now or where we thought we was at. We could just, you might be a teacher kids gun control and things of that nature, but you're not endorsing them to be necessarily violent.
Yeah. So teaching them to be safe with like whatever kind of culture that you're in.
Exactly. You're teaching them to be safe, opposed to where if the world changed, then the teaching got to change.
Yeah.
Because that's how
to be violent.
Yeah, it's like, listen, if it's on, it has to be, or we leave our kids on stuck. Just like probably a lot of our, I ain't gonna say a lot of our parents, but some parents left us on stuck because a lot of parents didn't teach us about guns and hand-to-hand combat and survival skills. They was trying to teach us school because they felt like that was gonna help us survive in society. Now, if things are different,
society is changing.
Now society different. Now it's like, shit, you can go to school and you can get pulled over by a cop and get your ass tased and they can't do nothing about it. Opposed to, they teaching their kids, you feel me, a situation where it's like, all right, man, you got to protect yourself at all costs. That's a different mentality, It's a different mentality. Because right now it's
just be aware at all costs. Like, that's how I feel. Yeah. Like, when you walk out the door, I say it all the time. When you walk out the door, it's like you got to watch out for people that look like you that might want to do something to you. You got to look out for people that don't look like you that might want to do something to you just because you look the way you do. And then you got to worry about the people that you call when something happens to you, doing something to you because they don't believe you or because they feel threatened by you, so to speak. So it's always like that. Like, I'm always just like somebody threw a crowbar at me the other day, right out the window on the freeway. Shit like that don't just happen. Like, crowbars don't just fly off trucks. You feel me? So you feel me?
Yeah. They threw a crowbar at you,
bruh. my anxiety be through the roof, right? But I have to stay calm all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's what shit be like. So and I
That's
I don't
crazy.
know. You might have been like the second person I told because I was like, and this happened like maybe like last week sometime, and I just be like, what the fuck
That's
is wrong with
ignorance,
you?
man. That's
Feel me?
ignorance, man. Somebody who don't even know you, man. Don't know nothing
Just think,
about you.
and if that was just because of this, just because of my skin, like just
Yeah.
imagine,
That's
just
horrible, man.
just imagine if somebody hit a dog with a crowbar, motherfuckers would be enraged. They took a
You
lady
know.
dog because she was being too rough with it while she was being racist. You feel me? But motherfuckers throwing crowbars out the window, like.
Yeah, man. You know. They don't, we not valued, man. We not valued the way we need to be valued, man. But
Mm-mm.
that's where we gotta value ourselves first.
I mean, at this point, I'm not worried about anybody else's value about black people except for ours and mine in particular. Like, because I value us. Like, I love black
Facts.
people. I be getting mad at black people in general,
Mm-hmm.
and then I be getting mad at just certain motherfuckers. That's just
Yeah.
life, though. You know what I mean? But I don't be like. I make it my business not to talk bad about black people around anybody else that's not black. You feel me?
That
Like,
makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I don't
For
want
sure.
nobody in our family business.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
100%, bro. 100%. Yeah. That makes it 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, I noticed too, like with the riots, I heard somebody say it, and I wish I could remember the guy's name, but he was saying like, Black American culture is kind of a culture of. I'm paraphrasing now because I can't really remember, but Black American culture is like almost like the world culture. Like it's one of the most
Mhm.
popular cultures of the world. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And like it resonates with so many people because at this point in time, so many people are like disconnected or disassociated with whatever heritage or whatever like communities that they come from, but like they resonate with that feeling through Black American culture, whether it's
Mhm.
the music or like the clothing or the slang or the style, like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I want to know, like, what do you think about the Black American culture on the world?
Man, it's the most powerful culture in the world, man. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, Black American culture, for what I see. I mean, because I've never been anywhere else, so I don't know what it looks like. But based on what I see and I take in, I mean, it looks like, I mean, definitely we got the most influential culture. I mean, I feel like even how we started, with our music and hip hop and things of that nature,
Mm-hmm.
to being such an underrated genre, undervalued genre, to being the number one genre in the world, to be in a genre where people, they want to dress like us, they want to look like us, they want to talk like us, they want to see what our lives look like, behind closed doors. It's interesting. We as people know how to paint pictures that make it intriguing. I feel like we all of that for real. I feel like we got. I wish American culture would change a little bit as far as Black American culture, as far as like what we promote the most. You know what I mean? I feel like if we promoted different things on the same level, there's nothing wrong with partying. It's nothing wrong with kicking it. It's nothing wrong with any of that. Like, I mean, I love doing that stuff myself, but I feel like sometimes it needs to be more of a balance on what we push out. But outside of that, man, Black culture is everything. Yeah, man. Even with that, Black culture is still everything.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's nothing about it. It's like just a monolith. It's like inside of everything. It's so much stuff. Like inside of the music, it's so much. Like I don't even know if rap is just rap. Now it's rapping plus like a bunch of like rap,
Yeah.
rap. You remember when it was like a rap rock era? You remember like the party like a rock star and all of that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
it just
Yeah.
go through so many transitions. It was the snap music and shit, and the dances and the shuffles. Like it's amazing how we just. I don't know if I want to say like the music and the culture evolve or like it just. Well, I guess you could say evolve because it just continues to change and change and change to whatever it wants to be.
Yeah.
Like in the core is always the same thing. It's a message, it's a melody, and like it's like a feeling. Like you always gonna get a vibe. You know
Facts.
what I mean?
I think that's who we are, though, man. Like, Blacks, we are feeling. We are emotion. Like, we are. That's just what we are. And I feel like anything that we touch and we really put our all into, it's going to feel that way. Think about it. Even the way we play sports, when we speak, when people from our speakers, you feel that. from our athletes. You feel, nigga, you feel when these people are playing. You feel what I'm saying? You feel it. It's something about us that we got on the inside that when we're moving where we're supposed to move, we give off a different energy. It is what it is, man. Like, you know, that's God did that.
Yeah.
God did that. God made us with that in us, you know what I'm saying? And we just, you know, we know how to tap into that and bring it to the table, whether we conscious of it or not. So that's why, you know, that's we definitely the most influential, I feel.
Yeah, by far, man. Like by far, I don't think it's anyone even close. To be honest with you.
Nah.
Sometimes we might forget, you know what I mean? But we are, like, and I know that. I can tell just by the commercials. Like, they rapping in cereal commercials, dog.
Yeah, it's because we got the flavor. Yeah. We really do. We really got the flavor. Like, we got the flavor, man. I can't explain it. We really got the sauce. We just got it when it comes down to culture and just who we are and how we do things, man. I feel like when we are at our best, man, we move superior.
Yeah.
We move superior, man.
I don't think I could have said it better myself. Yeah.
When we got our best, we move superior,
absolutely. Bro. Absolutely. Look, all right, so I got to ask you this question.
All right.
Right? I just found this random one. I think is a really good one.
All right.
So, are you willing to risk something you can never get back for something for an experience that you can never forget?
It depends on what that thing is and depend on what the experience is.
Doesn't matter. Are you willing to risk? Like if somebody pulled up to you with a box, boom, and said, "Are you willing to risk something that you have, that you know that you can? Are you willing to risk something you know you can never get back for an experience that you know you will never forget?"
Nah, man, because experience can be terrible. It could be getting locked, you know what I'm saying? It could be going to jail or something, or, you know what I'm saying? Doing some bullshit. Like, I might never forget it, but it could be horrible. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm cool.
You a smart man. You a smart man.
I don't know what that experience is. Yeah, man. Like, I'm cool. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because look, the trick to the question is nobody knows what the experience is. See, you smart enough to think like anybody can give you whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, nigga. I don't want that, man. You mess around, take away something I really love, and then give me some peanuts or something. What the fuck you talking about? I done lost everything I love for some 99 cent. Yeah.
I bet you'll never forget that.
Never forget it. It ain't gotta be nothing horrible. It could just be what you give up versus your reward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus what you get. Like, nah, I'm cool. Nah, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what I'm losing. Nope. I'm cool.
Man. Hey, so look, what's the silliest shit that you believed in when you were a kid? What's like the silliest thing that you believed?
The silliest thing I believed in? That's a good question. I think, and something sound funny. I believed in like fairy tale relationships. I felt like if you was a good man running a good women, and they gel together, and if you're a good man and a good woman, and they, you know, I felt like it was that, like, if you be this type of way, you know, so you do the right things, you run into the right people, you can build, and things can be beautiful. But that, I felt like it was more of a guarantee than not so much, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I found out that's not it. Nah,
yep.
That ain't how I go, man.
Nah, it'd be like a lot of twists and turns before you get there.
Bruh, yeah, that was the biggest thing, I think, because I grew up like, shit, I'm gonna have me a family, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna be this and that, you know what I'm saying? And then just, you know, things don't always go the way you plan.
I thought that shit was gonna play out like how I do on TV, man.
Bruh, facts, man. I'm like,
I was gonna get some Corey and Topanga type shit, bruh.
Man, tell me about it, man.
Put my hopes all the way up here.
Yeah. Then you start realizing, like, man, they got scripts to tell them how to be. People in real life don't have no scripts. They in their own movie, man. And you not the star, nobody else's movie. That's the crazy thing. You ain't the star, nobody else's movie. You only the star in yours.
Bro, my little girlfriend, like middle school, I remember she listened to Chris Brown CD. Nigga, she listened to the first Chris Brown CD. She was like, I think we should break up. Just break up music. I'm like, what? what? Damn, Breezy.
Man, Chris Brown messed it up for you, man. It's all good, man.
Yeah, man. He made up for it. He be dropping them joints now. But that first album, man, Never Too Late to Say Goodbye. She had her on the phone ready to be done with me. I ain't even do shit.
Damn.
Breezy got her in the mood. I'm like, damn.
That shit crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, look, yeah, believing. I definitely have to say believing in them fairy tale ass relationships, bro. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might have been the one for me too.
Man, facts, man.
You live and you learn, though.
Oh yeah, live and learn big time. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, you live and you live.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. What's that one shit? Shit happens and you live, yeah. Shit happens and you live.
Damn right.
All right, so middle school, right? Because I know you gotta be like a hip hop head if like Kendrick like your dude. So like middle school, for me, my favorite album that I would wake up every day to and like iron my clothes and shit and everything was Blueprint 1.
I was about to say that, yeah.
That was you too? Look, man, I felt like that shit went with it. Like you could wake up to like track 1 through like 4. Then 5, 6, you can play that when you come home, change your clothes, or go outside. When you come home, like after dinner, you just want to chill. You can play the. I'm like, man, how you?
Blueprint and Ludacris. When Ludacris had just dropped around that time too. Luda was just coming out.
Which one? The watermelon chicken and beer joints?
Back for the first time.
Back for the first time. Oh yeah, okay. Because I remember that I wasn't allowed to watch that video. I think.
Yeah, when I first moved to Cleveland, when I first came to Cleveland, that's when Luda started. That's when Luda first came out.
Luda was the dude, man. You remember he used to kill every remix, everything.
And DMX too.
Yeah,
DMX was definitely in the rotation back then.
Yeah. Look, in high school, I was listening to DMX before I went to school, and I got into a fight before first period. Bro, I got into a fight at my locker. I ain't even eat breakfast, nothing. At my locker, I was listening to some wild shit. It was DMX and Eminem, as a matter of fact. So you knew it was going down. And no business listen to that shit no more.
Yeah. Yeah, X and M used to be teed up.
Yeah, that was my shit. What's your favorite album of all time?
September Butterfly. Mailbox Money. I know it's like a mixtape, but Mailbox Money definitely.
Yeah. And
I gotta say the Black Album, off the strength of just that whole rollout, man. That whole rollout was crazy.
Yeah.
That whole Black Album experience, man, was crazy. From the DVD, you know what I'm saying, to the actual project. Like I remember actually going physically buying the Black Album. Like I went out there and bought that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was them probably the most influential. Those are my favorites. For different reasons. Like I like Mailbox Money just because of the game. That was my first project I ever listened to by Nipsey, and everything he was talking about. I'm like, man, he really speaking some stuff in here, like, you know, stuff we need to be listening to and all this. And then To Pimp a Butterfly, yeah, every reason in the world I like that project. Any reason I like it, because I like the tracks, I like the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I'm an ultimate Kendrick fan. You know what I'm saying? I like the purpose of it. Everything, man. That whole project, man, is perfect.
Yeah, because that one is heavy. I don't know. For me, I say Blueprint 1 for sure. That's like my favorite album. That's the first CD I ever bought. I went to physically buy that too on my birthday.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Like Blueprint 1, I bought that shit 3 times.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
What else? Blueprint 1, I always play that shit. Crenshaw, because that Crenshaw, I used to play that all the time. That's back when I had 2 jobs. But I ain't had no car, and I was riding my bike all the way from like Beechwood to Parma type shit. That was my shit back then. I still, like, whenever I go back to it, it's like soon as Summertime in that Cutlass, as soon as that come on, like I get the feeling. I don't know. And then my number 3, because I know I just listen to it all the time. My number 3. At this point, like, I don't think I realized it till today, but it's probably the Carters.
Man, nigga, you took that. I was about to say honorable mention. Got to be the Carter 2, man.
Yeah. No, not even the Carter 2. I forgot about the Carter 2. The Carter 2 was fire. But I'm talking about J&B the Carters. I I listened
The
to that in the
Carters?
gym. Yeah, the
That's
Carters,
hard.
J&B, the Carters.
I don't knock
Like
that project. I don't knock that
I'm at
project.
that point in life right there where like I be
I
so
feel you.
relaxed like that. Like that's where I'm
Yeah,
at.
that's
Yeah.
a vibe
Carter
though.
2, I
It's a
forgot.
vibe.
Yeah. Carter 2,
Carter
yeah, that's
2.
definitely in there. I'd make that an honorable mention. Carter 2 was that made Wayne everything he is now. I know they talk about the mixtapes and everything, but that album right there,
Carter
classic
2.
forever.
The Carter
Spit for
2.
all.
The Carter 2. Just because how he came off. His first track set the tone. He was like, all right, man, now what? You couldn't do nothing but respect him. You couldn't, from his first line, you had to respect him. You had to.
Man.
Yeah, Wayne was on some.
I miss
Wayne
that
was
era
next
Wayne,
level.
man. Yeah. He changed the game. It's like a million people trying to emulate like what he was doing then.
Yeah.
It's like you can't even do it, man. That shit was crazy what he was doing. There's people that look like that now because of how good he was on the like mic though type shit.
Yeah.
Like people look
Wayne,
like him now.
Wayne really set the stage, man. He set the stage for a lot of stuff, man. But that Carter 2, because I was listening to him, I'm like, the Carter 1 was hard. I'm like, it's live, you know what I'm saying? But then when that Carter 2 dropped, it was just a whole nother level. It was like, it was a more, to me, it was more of a I've arrived moment. Like, I'm really here now. Like, he been here. He been killing shit. It wasn't like he was whack at all, but it was just it was a clear separation, like, between him and everybody else.
Yeah.
His energy, how he was coming off, how he believed in himself. I'm like, man, yeah, you gotta get that. You gotta give it to that man.
Yeah, he held that for so long, and I think I know a lot of other rappers did it, but like to put on the people that he put on.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like he put on legends. Yeah,
Nicki and Drake, man, alone. That's all you need. Drake really.
Yeah.
He could put Drake alone really is they know what you could say. Yeah, Wayne knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and like you can't forget about Tiger. Cause like Tiger still pap. Like every time he drop a single, that boy goes. So like,
Tiger hard.
Undeniable talents.
Yeah, definitely.
You a Currency fan?
I like Currency. I can't say I listen to him all the time, but I do like him though. Like I like his music a lot. I don't know. I'm stuck in my ways, man. I listen to the same shit all the time. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel you. He one of the people I listen to all the time too. It's like I just like that lifestyle rap. He be talking about what he be doing on the day to day. Like I'll be like, yeah.
I like Currency though, for real, man. Like I go through waves too, though, man. Like, cause I listen to an artist. Like I might get to Currency next year, man, and listen and be, you know what I'm saying, just be stuck with him for, you know what I'm saying, 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go through waves with different artists. You know, I stick with him for a while. Yeah,
that's how I was with that Roddy Ricch joint. I was on that album for like 2 months. I couldn't turn it off.
Yeah, see, I didn't really take that one for real, man. I didn't really listen to that one that much.
It was because like he had some features on there, but you can never tell, and that's why I liked it. You knew it was. I ain't gonna say I knew that it was him, but like you knew it was his project because like he can sound like whoever the fuck he want to, man.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was cool. It was cool for him to like how he played with his voice and shit. I had fucked with that for a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I ain't really checked too much of his project. I listen to his singles, but he hard though. He definitely the man.
I'm a music junkie. But I'm gonna send you when we go. I'm gonna send you the what I like to say is like the best Currency verse ever on this.
All right,
song.
shoot it to me.
I'm gonna send you that song because like I just feel like he said like I don't know about everybody, but I say for me like exactly what your life be like at a certain point. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what's up.
Shoot it to me, man. I'll definitely be down to get into some new vibes, man, because I'm creating new vibes all the time, so I like to, take in a lot of different things.
Yeah. So like, you got anything new coming, or like, what's going on with the music?
Well, right now I got a project I'm getting ready to drop. It's called Up Away. So we working on. I don't have the release date yet because just got a couple things I'm planning behind the scenes to make sure it's a successful drop. And I'm also currently, I've just executive produced a project for an artist named Affinity. You ever heard of her?
Nah, but put me on.
She the truth, man. She from Cleveland. She an artist. She rap and she got it like that, man. That's the only thing I can say. She got it like that. She ready for the game. She's just been pulling her pieces together, you know what I'm saying, her team together and getting everything the way she wanted to get so she can really get out there and fly the right way. But yeah, she hard, man. Like it's my first executive produced project I've done, but I think it's gonna shift a lot of things, man. The sound of it don't sound like nothing, and I guarantee you, bro. You know, I ain't got no reason to lie, man. It got its own fresh sound, and the quality of the project, man, is A1, man. We did what we had to do to make sure it's successful for real. Yeah, we took the right steps, man. Sonic wise, the connections that we making and that the relations we build on the business side of the industry, man, all of that stuff is gonna help to push. But yeah, check out Affinity, man. Affinity.
Yeah, I'm gonna check her out then for sure.
Yeah,
that's
what
that. You gonna have to send me that name because I'm not sure if I'm gonna spell that right. Is it just
her
like
Instagram,
Affinity, like just with like the regular like I, or is it like
no APH? Yeah, APHINITI. Her Instagram is God_Fin PHIN.
All right.
Yeah, check her out, man.
I'm gonna follow her and everything.
Yeah. She got some dope shit coming up. So then that's really what I've been working on, and just get my business stuff together. You know, talking to people who are actually in the game and just learning as much as possible, just so when I release, it could be a real release. It's not just I put a song out and told 100 people I knew about it, or I want to release it with a proper rollout with everything together. You know, I want the project to be in the right places. I want the right people to have the project before it come out. You know what I'm saying? Just taking a little more attention to detail with the releasing side and marketing. So yeah, but I definitely got a project coming out, man. It's gonna be dope.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Because anything worth doing right is worth taking your time doing. So
yeah, absolutely.
All I'm gonna say is I hope it's out by the fall, so I can have like a nice birthday playlist and shit for you in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah,
feel me? Because I just be wanting to support everybody. You know what I'm saying? Plus I already know it's gonna be fire.
I appreciate it. What I'm gonna do when I finish it up. I'm gonna shoot you a copy of it, man. First, I'm gonna shoot you a little bit, maybe a week early or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Take it in like a week early. You know what I'm saying? And then so when it do drop, you know what I'm saying? I got people that's already that heard it. Like I can vouch. Like niggas can listen to this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the feeling. You know what I'm saying? Just because how I'm coming, like I'm coming just like me, you know what I'm saying? I think it's more authentic to my energy. I think really this is the difference too between my last project and this project. I feel like my last project, I was inspired by the whole movement that Kendrick had going on. You know what I'm saying? I was inspired and I wanted to be an advocate and a piece of that movement, So I was really trying to, you want to make something that's going to help push that movement. But now I feel like this sound is more, it's not about any movement. It's just about what I had going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's stepped away from that particular subject matter into things that's more like everyday type stuff.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah. So it's dope, man. It's a dope project, man. It's going to be real dope. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to hear that then. And, all right. So, before we get out of here, I just wanted to get you to drop some in the time capsule. So for all the people out there, give them like a message. Like, what do you want to say to the people that are going to listen to this 6 months later, 1 year later, 2 years later, whenever?
Hard work pays off, man. It's not about what's natural. It's about what you want. That's it.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. And then, so our quote from around the way before we get out of here is from Dr. Martin Luther King. And it is, there's a special place in hell for those that remain silent in times of moral conflict. And that is the Around the Way. We out, people.
There it is.
All right.
For sure.